What is going on, you guys? My name is Alex, and I'm a 22-year-old trader attempting to master the stock market to potentially one day join the very few who make a living out of this. So I'm going to go over the power of a trading watch list. Here's how I use a watch list and how I create a watch list every single day, and I'm actually going to do this live for you guys. So this is all based off of my strategy, so things will differ greatly in some cases compared to other traders or other strategies. I know some strategies require you to scan or screen for different stocks using a scanner, which I actually do offer this in my Discord here, how to maneuver and how to use FinViz, which is a screener or a scanner, whatever you want to call it, to search for different types of stocks using your criteria that you like. It looks a little blurry, it's just loading here, but you could just pretty much plug in whatever criteria you require. And you can see here, you could just, plug in your strategy or whatever it may be, and you could do this through the phone. As a matter of fact, this guide is using a mobile phone example, mobile screen right here if you like. So if you're interested in that, please check it out. I know other strategies don't even require a watch list. You simply trade the same handful of stocks every single day, waiting for a specific pattern to form, and then you take the trade. That's more for day trading though. You could also do that in the futures market. You trade like the NQ or the ES, or whatever the case may be, but you just focus on those two or the handful of stocks. That's more for day trading though. The smaller time frames like the 5 minute, the 1 minute. I personally think this is too fast paced for some of us, for most of us. Even some of the most experienced traders will agree with me on this, but I digress. The strategy I use is a swing trading strategy, meaning that I hold these trades for several days and even several weeks. Actually, I closed a position that lasted around 3 weeks here. Massive winner. Netflix and Spotify were actually the two that I held. Spotify wasn't that big of a winner, but Netflix, as you can see here, we did close it for about $4,000. So big profit right there, definitely worth the long wait right there. So that's besides the point. I watch the same 30 stocks every single day here, but I wouldn't consider this my actual watch list, as most of them aren't really doing anything for the most part. I just need to look through all 30 of them at the end of the day, and only about 3 of them will actually be considered or actually meet the criteria. And these 3 are what I consider to be my watch list. So I haven't done that yet. I do that typically before 11, and it is 10:45 right now, so I should be doing it right now for you guys live. And I just keep that watch list up until 12:50. This is the time where my strategy requires me to actually take a trade or actually execute at around 12:50. So yeah, the last 5 minutes of the day is really the execution time for me. The last 10 minutes, I should say. The last 5 minutes is what my strategy says. I use an extra 5 minutes to get you guys covered, in case you guys actually want to participate in these trades right here. So why all these specifics? That's a good question, and I think it's actually a valuable answer that I have for you guys. And it all comes down to tailoring the strategy to your lifestyle. So the biggest one being that I have a full-time job. I wouldn't see this as a limitation though. Instead, just something that needs to be worked around. And this is exactly why I swing trade as opposed to day trading. Obviously, like some of you guys probably can't take your laptop to work. I mean, I definitely can't. And even if I could, I wouldn't have time to be like staring at the stocks if I was day trading the 5 minute time frame or the 1 minute time frame. I just can't do that. So swing trading is definitely the way to go for me. And I also have the 30 list right here. The 30. I mean, you could consider this. This is literally a watch list right here, but I wouldn't consider it the official watch list. That's why I hesitated to say watch list. But I have the 30 stocks here to watch, and I just quickly scan through them. It literally takes about, the whole thing literally takes about 5-10 minutes literally to look through all these 30 stocks. I should have mentioned something very important though. If you haven't noticed, I do have trend lines drawn here. So all these are going to require you to draw trend lines. I mean, you can click through all of them and you will already see that I have trend lines pre-drawn already. So this is going to take some time. Ideally, you would do this at the end of the week, or I mean, you probably will. It'll actually require you to do this at the end of the week, just in order to adjust your trend lines, because price obviously moves and you need to adjust your trend lines. So again, 30 stocks. I think that's a fair amount of stocks to go through. Again, I don't want to be doing this for like 30 minutes. Anything over 30 minutes would just be too much for me, especially during a work day. So 30 stocks I think is perfect. Quickly scan through them. Again, it only takes like 5 to 10 minutes to scan through them. So that's one way to work around having a job. I could do this through my phone. Again, we're using Webull right here, so you could download the app, do all this through the phone completely, pretty easy. And even the execution time, it only takes about 10 minutes. Again, I only trade for the last, I mean, to be honest with you guys, I do come and look at the stocks at around 12:40, so probably like 20 minutes before the market closes, just to see if the stocks are actually the actual watch list that I created. Remember, going through all these 30 stocks, I actually probably find on average like 3 or 4 that actually fit the criteria. And then at the end of the day, once like the last 20 minutes of the day, I look through those 3 stocks or 4 stocks, whatever it may be, and I see if they still fit my criteria. If they do, then I'll execute on the last 10 minutes of the day. And then the last 5 minutes, you guys should have that those entries, so you guys could easily just take the trade. I mean, in yesterday's case, I actually had 9 stocks, so that's pretty rare. If we go up here, you see 4 stocks right here, 3 right here, 2 right here, one right here. This was a split day, but around about 2 or 4 stocks right there, 3 stocks. So you get the point. So just on average, we just get like 3 or 4 stocks. But yesterday was a very opportunistic day. As you can see, we got nine stocks here, and I was actually looking through the market today and seeing how these stocks actually played out, and about six out of the 9 stocks actually had a continuation. So they're doing very good right now. Not gonna lie, but unfortunately, I couldn't. I just couldn't execute any of those trades. So yesterday was no trade day. This is actually where I put out my trades that I actually executed. So again, 12.55 right here, 12.54, 12.48. So you're never gonna see this go over the 55 mark. Just to give you guys an extra, or just to give you guys the 5 minutes that you guys really need to take any of these trades that I take. So again, if you're interested in joining, I mean, I don't have much people here, so it'll be really nice to see some new players participating in the Discord here. Something that I also offer, which I think not many of, I mean, you could say this is a mentorship or a whatever you want to call it, course, but this is completely free. Why it's free? I just want to simply increase my ability to teach you guys. So I want to learn how to teach better and build some credibility in the community here. So I offer an apprenticeship, and essentially you could use my strategy or your strategy. Just break it down to me if it is your strategy, explain to me what you're looking for, and then you can send me your trades and I'll analyze them and tell you what you need to work on. And just that's a little off topic, but 12.55 is when I send out my watch list. Actually, I'm getting completely off topic. I forgot that I was talking about the 9 trades here. So 6 of these 9 trades actually played out properly, that are still continuing to, that are doing good today, because that was yesterday's watch list. Again, I'm going to send out a watch list pretty soon right now for you guys, but this was yesterday's. 6 out of the 9 stocks actually did pretty good today right now, but unfortunately I couldn't participate in them. Why? Because I didn't have enough margin to cover that. These 2 positions that I have right now, which is Costco and Microsoft, they're actually doing pretty good right now actually, so they turned around, but these are pretty much like $120,000 worth of trade here, so I just simply didn't have enough capital to cover any new positions. I didn't know that when I tried to enter. I think it was which one was it that I wanted to enter? I think it was Robinhood that I actually wanted to enter. So let's look at Robinhood here. So Robinhood was one of the ones that I wasn't enter like no matter what. It was actually the first trade that I tried to take, but again, I just didn't have enough margin. So nice little trend line here. We broke down, aggressive red candle here. So the moment that I tried to enter, it just automatically told me that I didn't have enough margin. So if this was you could have easily entered the trade here short, and that I'm not going to speak about much of my strategy here, just because I do have other videos to describe that. And if not, you could also always join my Discord. Again, I have insanely valuable stuff here that I think people are just overseeing, or maybe not enough of you guys are watching my videos, but I explain my strategy here. As a matter of fact, here it is, all the criteria that you need to actually take trades using my strategy. And yep, it's loading, slagging. So this is supposed to be a summary right here of the strategy. As you can see, we have all 10, 11 criteria, and then important rules, and then the strategy, the same strategy, but from a psychological perspective. So this is very important stuff here, and then I do a very deep breakdown here of the strategy. So if you're interested in checking that out, and then again, the mentorship, the apprenticeship, it's right here, beautiful for you guys. Considering the scanning part, considering the execution part, it probably only takes about 25 minutes out of your day to really execute this strategy here that I use. And that's not a lot, especially when you have a job. 25 minutes, you could easily fit that into your schedule. I mean, literally 5 to 10 minutes scanning through these stocks, through these 30 stocks, and then also 5 to 10 minutes executing your strategy at the end of the day at around 12:50. That doesn't take much. 25 minutes is not a lot, very doable, and that's exactly why I use this system right here, just because it fits into my lifestyle. So with that being said, I'm going to go over exactly how that did take a while, but I'm going to go over exactly how I go over these stocks and what we actually find today, because I haven't scanned through these at all actually. So I have gone over the 9 that I called out yesterday, but aside from those 9, I mean, we still have 21 of them that we haven't looked. So let's go ahead and look through them and see what we have today. So as of LMT, Lockheed Martin, I should mention that these are big companies here, so these are the most volatile companies, the most traded companies, so you definitely won't have any trouble buying or selling short any of these stocks right here. I mean, maybe you will with a couple, but no, these are big companies that a lot of people are looking to short, and they give you the opportunity to go short. And going short is essentially betting against the stock, so making money when prices come down. Aside from that, you also have very little slippage, so you won't be getting ripped off. Lockheed Martin right here, though, a very nice opportunity, but unfortunately, it played out yesterday. So yesterday would have been the ideal entry. Again, I did mention this in the watch list. We have a 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, and probably even a 4 point breakout right here. All the moving averages are in our favor, so the price is above them, but I don't like it as much simply because we are away a little bit too far apart from the 20 moving average here, so we should expect to see a little pullback, but yesterday would have still been a good entry right there. So Lockheed Martin, no today. It's a no-go today. HD, Home Depot, beautiful setup here. Yesterday this is actually another one that I did consider jumping in. We are slightly up from yesterday, just slightly. Red candle today though. Again, this is a setup that would have worked out yesterday, not today. so let's move on. Adobe again, another setup. Again, we're going to see a lot of these that were really beautiful yesterday, but today are just either continuing or not doing much. But this is a really beautiful one. Yesterday could have been a perfect entry. This is another one that I also wanted to enter, but we just couldn't. Yeah, yesterday would have been a perfect entry. Unfortunately, we just couldn't. GME, there is nothing today, no trend line. So ideally, you would have these trend lines again already set up either on Saturday or Sunday, ready for the week, but nothing on GME. Pan W, Palo Alto, this was a setup for yesterday, so today nothing going on. Visa, again, another setup for yesterday, nothing going on today. Johnson & Johnson, another setup. Actually, this setup would have been perfect for 2 days ago or 3 days ago on this aggressive green candle. This is a beautiful setup, by the way. All the moving averages are pointing upward, although I would say that the price is a little bit too far from the moving averages. I mean, look at the 200 EMA way down here, even the 50 and even the 20. Actually, it's a little close to the 20. Not gonna lie, but you want to see the price typically be like somewhere around right here. This candle right here would have been beautiful right here. If you would have entered in this candle, this would have been the complete perfect trade right here. You have the, I mean, not really a breakout, but I'm assuming. I'm just speaking that if there was a trend line here, and if you would have got this candle, considering the moving averages, this would have been beautiful. The moving averages were just too perfect. They're perfectly aligned. But right here, I mean, yeah, this would have been the perfect trade as well. But right now, nothing going on. Walmart, nothing going on either. Procter and Gamble, nothing going on either. We got a breakout actually a couple of days ago, but nothing going on today. ExxonMobil, nothing going on. Uber, nothing going on. ARC, nothing going on. BA, nothing going on at all. Again, some of these trend lines are a little bit outdated. Not gonna lie, it's already Friday, so definitely needs some updating. Coin, nothing going on. PayPal, let's see. I mean, the moving averages aren't in your favor. Yeah, nothing going on for PayPal right here. Roku, nothing going on at all. Probably adjust this trend line. Again, these trend lines are a little bit outdated. Nothing going on with Roku. Zoom, nothing going on with Zoom. Spotify, absolutely nothing going on with Spotify. I could adjust this a little bit right there. So yeah, nothing going on with Spotify either. Netflix was the big winner that we actually took, the $4,000 trade we entered. So we entered in this red aggressive candle, and then we re-entered on this other setup right here, which was a similar setup. You just continually did it again, and we took our profits actually perfectly yesterday, or 2 days ago actually, on this aggressive red candle. I kind of assumed that it just wasn't going to continue anymore, just looking at the volume. So nothing on Netflix today. Boeing is the next one here. Nothing on Boeing either, so we're not seeing much, and probably just because yesterday was really all the good setups. Palantir, nothing good on Palantir either. We could adjust this too. Actually, maybe you could draw another trend line here. Let's see if it'll work out. And I do use Ray trend lines here, preferably. Yeah, so not much going on here. Okay, let's check out DraftKings. So DraftKings was another trade that we took, another profit that we took as well. We entered right here. Nice little breakout right here above the 20 EMA and having plenty of room to go up between the 50 and the 200 EMA. I was gonna actually target the 200 EMA, but I mean, I was trailing actually. If you didn't see my my line right here earlier, it was something like this, and we just trailed our profits on using this trend line here, and we came out of this on the red candle right here. We showed that perfectly. I was looking for a more sharper move and then exiting on the red 200 EMA or moving average here. But unfortunately it just went sideways, and that's kind of what I was avoiding, the sideways move. I don't really like sideways move, to be honest, but nothing going on here. Robinhood, again, this is something that this is a setup that would have been good for yesterday. Yeah, not much going on here. So Costco now. Costco was a setup for yesterday. We did take it right here, right on this red candle. This is actually the trade that we're holding right now, so it's actually performing fairly decent. This is what I mentioned earlier about our, if you looked at our little chat here, you'll see that we did call it out. You'll see that we actually were holding these positions, and they were pretty big losers. Costco, we're shorting it, so we're looking for the price to go down. It unfortunately went up against us on this green day yesterday, but today it is coming back down, so hopefully we do. And we actually made a new low, as you can see here, but we failed to move lower, which is I mean, that's pretty bad. You don't want to see that, but we are trailing it with this counter trend right here. So if the price does move outside of this little trend line here on Monday, well, we just simply close the trade. But nothing going on there. Apple, a very good opportunity here, maybe presenting itself. We could draw something up right here. I don't know why I don't have something drawn up right here, but something like this. But as of right now, not doing much. Amazon, this is actually an interesting one. This could be an opportunity right here, our first opportunity. Not really, actually. I mean, this would have been good if it was a 3 touch point, but the bare minimum is 3, and we only have 2 touch points here. So nothing going on with Amazon. Microsoft, nothing going on either. Google, could we draw something with Google here? Not really. So nothing going on with Google either. Meta, Meta, what the hell was that, earnings or what? That's a pretty aggressive candle right there. But either way, nothing going on with Meta. Let's move on now. So we're getting close to not finding anything. So this is very interesting. I did not expect this from this video, to be honest. I expected to find something, but I mean, yesterday we did find 9 stocks. So 9 stocks presenting the opportunity, and you're actually seeing them today. Like this one, there's actually one that we did call out in our watch list here. As you can see, where is it at? Nvidia under 182.04. If you look at it, we are at 170. So that's literally almost an $8 move right here. And this is a beautiful setup right here. If you would have entered at the last 5 minutes of the day, you would have entered at the close of this candle, which was pretty high up here. You would have entered a short, and you would have profited like a $7, $8 move already right now. So very beautiful setup, but unfortunately not one that we could take today. Next one is Tesla, and yeah, nothing going on. So that's pretty surprising. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to not send out a watch list today. Right here, I'm just simply gonna type in that's it. And I mean, that's simply all I can say. There's no good setups today, and most of them occurred yesterday. If you didn't take any of these trades, then you probably missed out on again, six of these 9 stocks actually are continuing today, and you saw them right now. No good stocks today. Most setups occurred yesterday. It's that simple. So that's unfortunate. I actually wanted to have some watch lists for you guys today, but that's just the truth of the who is this right here? I think we just actually got a guy join our chat. I've never seen this guy, Bull Clark. Whoever you are, thanks for joining, man. I mean, again, this is really valuable stuff here. You get a daily watch list. You actually get the opportunity to get an apprenticeship completely for free. The reason why it's for free, I mentioned already. I just simply want to get better at teaching. We do offer a scanner in case you have a different type of strategy that requires you to scan. The strategy that I have, again, you could take it here for all I care. I don't really care. This is completely free. Psychological aspect of the strategy, a full breakdown of it right here. The 30 stocks that I watch, if you want the list, it's right here. So again, the biggest companies of the market. Again, this is all beautiful. You could ask me any questions. If you join, feel free to ask me whatever you want. But yeah, that's going to be it. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that I didn't have any watch list today, but that's pretty much what I do. I would typically send out the watch list right now, along with some screenshots. And if you didn't notice, I do use my phone to capture these screenshots right here. So very beginner friendly, or people that don't even have computers or anything. You can do this completely through the phone. This screenshot was taken through the phone, and I point out exactly what I look, the trend line, everything. And then I would simply wait. So I would send out the watch list right now at 11. Simply wait till 12:40. And then I would personally look through that watch list. Like yesterday, I looked at all these 9 on the last 20 minutes of the day. And then once 12:50 was coming in, I just simply looked at those 9 and determined if I had any valuable ones. And then if I did, which yesterday, all of them, most of these were actually valuable. Probably like 8 of them were valuable or were worth actually trading. And then I would execute. Once I finished executing, I would simply just put it out here. Let's look at we actually haven't been putting much trades on, to be honest with you guys. Let's see where I actually do enter a trade. Yeah, so this is a day that I actually entered the Netflix and Spotify. This is actually an ad right here. So I'll again, 12:53, I just simply sent this out, so you get to see how much shares I sold, the fill price, the commission even, and the time that I executed the trade. So you'll see all this good stuff, and you'll see my current positions. This day was a really good day. Actually, we're holding a bunch of winners, and an even better day was actually 2 days ago when we profited 6,593. So massive day right there. So these are the past 20 trades that I've taken over the past around a month and a half, 2 months now, since November 6th. So yeah, 20 trades, around roughly 20 trades. I don't know exactly, but roughly 20 trades here, and we're only down 1.6% of my account. So this is nothing. This is hardly anything. Anyone that takes 20 trades and you're down 1.6%, you're doing something good. You're breaking even. You're literally breaking even at that point. So people will blow up their accounts in 1 or 2, 3 trades, and if you're taking 20 trades and you're breaking even, you're doing something good. You really only see progress within like the sets of 10, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And so the more data, the better. So if you take 100, 200 trades using the same strategy, you'll get beautiful data. And I am gathering a lot of data here. As you can see, a lot of worthy stuff to note. So moving averages, some notes, details. So we have 4 touch point breaks. Usually the best ones that I see that I actually profit from are the ones that you have all the moving averages in your favor, and more than 3 touch points. So again, there are some setups that have 2 touch points. I don't really recommend those. My strategy doesn't recommend those actually, but I still take them just because they look beautiful. But those are just things that you learn over time. Stop method I use here. So just data to gather. And again, that's really what you want to be doing, just gathering as much data, following your rules, trying your best to learn and adjust to the markets. And that's pretty much it. Again, if you want more detailed description of my strategy, I do offer that. I'm going to call it good there. We're only down 1,600. That's not bad at all. It's only 1.6% of my account. And to say that I broke even over 20 trades, that's not bad at all. Give me another 20 trades and I'll likely come out profitable. So I'm going to end it right there, you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, unfortunately, unfortunately, I couldn't find a good stocks today. Again, I didn't even look through any of these stocks except for like the 9 of them that I called out yesterday, just to mention, just to show off that the watch list here, the strategy does work. It's unfortunate that I couldn't find it today. That's fine though. I mean, you'll get these days. There are some days where I don't have any stocks to watch, and sometimes I only have one or two. Many days that I don't even trade at all. So you should expect that. Quick before I end there, I do want to mention that though this may seem very easy and simple, it does require a lot of work on your part. I mean, you literally have to draw a bunch of trend lines. Not only that's literally the easiest, actually drawing the trend lines. The hardest part being that you need to stay disciplined and actually following the rules. Again, I've been doing this for, I mean, at least since I started the Discord. I've been trading for about 5 years or 6 years now. But since I started that Discord, I started this watch list here, and this is literally 20 trades. I don't know how many trades this is, but it's roughly 20 trades. But this is done within 2 months, roughly 2 months, a month and a half. And if you think you could do that, I mean, it's a real struggle, to be honest. It takes a lot of discipline to follow your rules over the span of 20 trades and a month and a half. So, and that's just the beginning of it. I mean, I've been doing this for a very long time now. Not this strategy, but I have been trading for a very long time now, and I do find that the hardest part is actually following the rules and doing it over a long period of time. So that's what I strongly suggest you focus on. Just trying to execute the exact same strategy over a long period of time. So give it a year, give it 2 years, take hundreds of trades and see what you get out of that. You'll definitely be learning as you trade, but you got to stick to one specific strategy and just execute the strategy, learn from it, gather some data, and eventually you will become profitable. There is no doubt about that. But trading does come with the risk. You probably will lose money, not gonna lie. So there's your warning. But with that being said, I'm gonna end it, you guys. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Stay focused.